Excellent day for an August.
But it's hey, listen, it's Memorial Day, right? And we were going back and forth, and we were like, hey, what can we record? What can we do? And I was like...
And we were kind of kicking ourselves that it only made sense to discuss Mother's Day, and we completely overlooked that.
We totally missed on.
We weren't going to make the same mistake twice when it came to Memorial Day.
Right. But is it Memorial Day? Or is it Memorial Valley Massacre? Or is it the son of Sleepaway Camp? I don't think anybody knows, and I would love to talk to the director about it. Or is it Memorial Day?
Now, upon watching it, I'm trying to find out anything about anyone involved with the movie. Apparently, this stars John Kerry, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Not the John Kerry, the state senator.
Oh my god! I had no idea he used to be an actor, and then realized, it wasn't even fucking close. But there is a person in this movie. He's only got 12 credits, and I would say 7 or 8 of them, like a high percentage of his credits are fucking mwah.
Really?
Like his first acting job he was one of the background gymnasts in Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, the Electric 2?
Yes.
Wow.
He was also Wolf in Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Okay.
He was Leonardo in the 90s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies.
On all of them?
Yes. 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even know there was a 3 until I saw this. I know they did the 2.
Okay.
He was... I'm trying to remember... Parker. He was Skinless Parker in Hellraiser Bloodline. But I'm trying to remember who the fuck Parker was.
It was a Skinless Frank.
So he did Goosebumps, Escape from Horrorland. I don't know shit about that, but I know Goosebumps are a big deal. Sorry, Goosebumps is a big deal. And also, he was in, where did it go? In the 1995 Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
He was the stunt double for Sub-Zero.
Okay.
And in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, he was Raptor.
He got a callback.
So, and then he did, I don't know, 3 or 4 other things. But anyhow, I was quite blown away by that.
And who's this?
That is he was the Hermit.
Really?
He was, I guess, our killer in this movie.
Oh.
So,
okay.
Which, when I saw, like, Mortal Kombat and, Ninja Turtles, it made sense, because early on, it's like, oh, this guy's like fucking parkour before parkour was famous. Like, he doesn't do that much in it, but there's a few moves he makes in this movie that it's just like, okay, this guy's got some, like, gym skills.
He's a little active in it. A little more than our normal killers.
I mean, I guess you got to have some serious physical skills to break into Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that ironically. Whether or not you like that movie.
Was that Ice Cube?
No, that was Ice-T.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ice-T.
What are you saying? All ices look alike?
No. No. But listen, I
guess you could have said Vanilla Ice. So
we for some reason I caught this movie one time, but I was like laughing at it a little bit. Where I was like, I got to go back and watch this.
Until you mentioned it, because what was the original movie you threw out there? Wasn't it just Memorial Day?
It was. Originally, I said, why don't we do, there's a horror movie called Memorial Day. Well, I looked out there. Nobody has it.
No. I even looked on websites that I've used in case of an emergency before the box became a thing. And yeah, not a hint of it anywhere. Because I was like, nowadays it seems like everything's available on the internet. So right. I refuse to believe that it was nowhere. And yeah, even I ended up giving up after like 10 minutes and all. So you mentioned this one.
Yeah, and I remembered, I was like, wait.
I never heard of it until you said it.
And I was like, wait a minute. I think this was called something like Memorial Day. And I went back and I was like, what the heck was it called? And I said, for some reason, and I do this a lot, I'll start watching a horror movie and I'll like get interested in it, whether it's stupid, whether it's good, whether it's like, I want to know some fucking history on it.
Yeah. So
I look up this movie and it's playing on one of the movie channels live, right? And it's not like I'm recording because I'm like eating breakfast and I was like, oh, what's this movie called? So I'm looking into it and I'm like, all right, before I go to work. And I'm reading and I go into the, kind of get some details on it. And it says that it appeared as on some of the DVD sets as being called Son of Sleepaway Camp, despite having nothing to do with Sleepaway Camp series whatsoever. So I was a little intrigued. I was like, why would they call it that? Did it have some type of ties where, it's like...
Was it like 10 Cloverfield Lane where they loosely connected it at the end?
Is this really not a dude? This is really a female?
I never thought of that. They could have done the whole swap.
So I looked into it, and it was called Memorial Valley Massacre, and I was like, I do remember like something being, when I watched the beginning of this, being called, say, Memorial Day, or being around Memorial Day. So I was like, fuck, Dave, why don't we go back and why don't we cover, just for shits and giggles. This movie came out in 1988, which means...
Which was how many years ago?
42 fucking long.
Oh, it was...
My hand got heavy.
How many years?
38.
Thank you, Robert Hughes, directing this and writing this movie.
Any relation? I didn't think to look it up.
No. I think it's...
Because,
I remember seeing some of the movie in the beginning. I didn't watch it all, but I just remember it, and I remember seeing the box, the VHS box for it, and I was like laughing. But for Memorial Valley Massacre, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the tent.
There's what, 1.5 tents in that movie?
I know, it's like, I feel like that's a catchphrase for like a Jason movie. It should have been Friday the 13th or something.
Just when you thought it was safe.
The synopsis of the movie is arriving at a newly opened Memorial Valley Park on its maiden weekend. The first group of campers are terrorized by a primitive young hermit who begins killing campers in order to defend what he considers to be his territory.
And this goes right back to American Gothic for me.
Oh, yeah?
Again, just protecting his turf.
Yeah.
Fucking David's dad just had to be a dick and make it a public thing, and...
Yeah.
They didn't hold back with fucking stereotypes in this movie.
Oh, no. They made sure
You got every known archetype in humanity thrown into this movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it fucking blew me away. And I swear to God, and no, it's not racist, but in the beginning when they were showing you all the different groups of campers in this as they're showing up, I was like, holy shit, is that Miguel? And I realized this guy's too mellow to be Miguel.
Yeah, I kid you fucking not, when I'm watching it, I thought the same exact thing.
At a split second glance, he resembled 80s Miguel.
Yeah, he definitely resembled 80s Miguel.
And had a little bit of that attitude, but then the more I watched, well, first of all, I got a better look at his face, but even more so, I was like, he's too mellow to be Miguel.
Yeah, this is definitely one. It's not that long. It's what, like an hour and 20 minutes long, I felt.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't that long.
I feel like it was like, hey, we have an opportunity to film a movie in the woods, out in the mountains a little bit, and yeah, we can get this like right to VHS, and the kids will love it. They'll eat it up because it's a great fucking horror movie.
Did it become a thing in the late 80s? Like, was it almost like a badge of honor just to make shit to have it straight to video? Or do you think it's the censors came down so hard that they didn't even try for theatrical releases?
I feel like there might have been more money in lower production companies getting it right to video, and you could be more profitable that way.
Yeah, kind of like, so I guess it was just the 80s version of, you know, all the streaming services having their exclusive fucking releases and all.
Yeah.
They sign up with a fucking distribution company, and it's like, yeah, just send us your movies. We'll get them in video stores right now.
Right, and especially horror. I mean,
yeah,
there wasn't like a big selection of horror movies where you can gain popularity easily. And whether it's shit or not, you may be intrigued enough to rent it. To me, it looks like it's weird because I was doing some research, and I'm, you know, kind of getting some information about it. I think it's even got a 4K release, and I'm like, this movie's got a fucking 4K release? Are you kidding me?
I don't know. Watching it almost had a 4K. See, I'm still an infant with the whole 4K thing, but it's weird watching these, like the handful of 4Ks that I own now. It's all shit that I watched in the 80s, and I had like the copy of a copy of a copy of a fucking VHS, and I'm realizing how much of that VHS graininess made it, because now watching it, like, you know, and I'm not trashing it, but like the Nightmare box set,
the 4K box
like
set.
Watching them crystal clear, it feels fake.
Yeah, it's a different movie.
Like it's
totally fucking
it's
different.
weird, and I'm not necessarily saying good or bad, but like I'm so like my memories of a lot of these movies are like that VHS grit was like part of the experience, and watching it, it's like, oh my God, it's almost too perfect.
Right.
And I kind of got a little bit of that, like watching this. Like there were some scenes, not the whole movie, but there were certain scenes almost as if like they went back and did reshoots. Like some of the shots almost felt too clean.
Yeah. I think they probably had, hey, we got to go back and reshoot this. That's probably what it came down to.
Yeah, maybe.
But listen, I thought it was going to be on Tubi, but it wasn't. It said it was on Tubi when I looked it up on IMDb, and it wasn't.
Yeah, it was listed on like 5 different things, and of course, like Tubi seems to be our go-to.
I ended up finding it on the Roku channel for free.
Okay.
So that's where I ended up watching it again.
I think I pulled it up on Fossum.
Yeah. But listen, I enjoy like just glancing at these and kind of watching it for what it's worth. I am a horror fan, and like I said, I don't feel like this was a waste of time. It's just another one of those movies. It's like, why?
Yeah, I don't get it. It just felt weird. I can't put my finger on it, and I not even like it's so bad it's good, but there was something very disjointed about it.
There's a lot of things disjointed
that
about
I needed to finish it to see where it all went, and not even like I'm not even saying like in an artsy way,
right,
or anything like it was. I don't know what it was. It just something felt really off. Not even the pacing, just I guess the way it was edited. I don't know, and it things didn't make sense. Not in like, oh, I was so confused, but like certain to go from one scene to the other, like it almost didn't feel earned.
Yeah,
like
and I think we're
I need to watch it again just to like wrap my head around. Like,
did I just witness what I saw, or did I miss something? Like that I'm not connecting here.
Like the first, so David was the main guy, right?
Yeah. So his father owned the territory, the land, or whatever, right? And
he was, I guess, the developer that threw in all the money to make this
campground,
this fucking park that was
on sacred ground.
Yeah, it came off like it was almost. I don't know if they said it was protected land, but it was definitely.
It had a spiritual meaning for a lot of different elements, and even environmental.
And especially one person, but of course, evil developer comes in and like, I'm gonna make a circus of this. Once the campground gets huge, I'm gonna put up all these developments and restaurants and theme parks and blah blah blah.
Like they had a plan in place. Like they're gonna make this.
Yeah, this was
spectacle, but
this was phase 1 of building his own town.
This was phase 1, Memorial Day. Let's bring in all this, all these people, and here they run into an issue right off the bat where it's like, we don't have running water because we looked in the well.
Oh yeah, there's a dog.
And there's a fucking dead dog, a prop dog,
and yeah, like something like that. It was okay. I see. For some reason, my brain went to like street trash, or the stuff. Like something about that dog was going to spark off like this whatever mutant zombie whatever.
Yeah. We're not talking about the dog from Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
But the first thing that came off really just awkward was like the first thing that come to mind was Carrie Mahoney, because David comes in. He's the son of
the developer,
the evil rich guy that only exists in the first 5-10 minutes of the movie, just saying, this place ain't nowhere near being ready, but fuck you, it's Memorial Day weekend, we gotta open now.
Yeah, so whoever wants to come in with no running water.
But David seems to be like the reluctant son, like, hey man, I just want a job.
Yeah, he wants to earn a living. He
seemed to actually respect the park and all this, but he comes in, he gets set up, and right away, hey, there's a hottie setting up a tent. I'm gonna go hit on her, and she shut that shit down immediately.
Yeah,
like, no, I came here to be by myself and to relax, to not be bothered by people. And then 10 minutes later, they're fucking.
I came here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
I came here to pitch a tent. But yeah, like she shot him down really hard. And it felt like, 10 minutes later, they're fucking.
They're fucking drying each other off, and next thing you know, it's like.
That was possibly the most awkwardly hot wardrobe change in a movie ever. Like, who the fuck recommends that?
Who the fuck is Lou?
All right, Lou, calm down. Who the fuck is Lou? But yeah, it was just shit like that. Like it was like people were just flicking switches in the script.
Yeah. Well, so
it confused me.
So this hermit that they're talking about is
basically a caveman
Tarzan boy that's running around the camp, and he doesn't want shit to go down on his land that he's.
Yeah, he
basically wants to take control of.
He respects this turf, and yeah, they're making a public attraction of this. But for the most part, he's just chilling in his cave.
Yeah,
he found a cave, made it his home, and you don't even really see him for almost like the first half hour or something, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you see some. Oh,
it was more.
No. You did see him in the beginning because I think that he doesn't like dogs. And then he got triggered. Yeah. He got triggered by one of the
couples had their
Rottweiler or something, right?
Okay.
And then the barking it irritated the shit out of him, where he ended up taking out another dog.
That was another thing. Like, you thought it was going to be a bigger deal. So you got the beginning, and for some reason I went to like Meatballs too.
Yeah.
Where you have like the first 15 minutes or so of you see all the groups coming in to set up camp.
Yeah.
And so they were trying to establish all the people in this, and you got the one couple setting up, and they have their dog with them. So you see this hermit guy in the stock room or something, or the office.
Yeah, it was like a storage room or something.
And he's hanging out there, and you just see this dog looking that way and freaking out, and eventually the dog goes and pops his head in there, and you see this guy, he's just like,
yeah,
and he's
nonverbal the whole movie.
And then they cut to outside, and you hear the dog barking, and you get the obligatory. He obviously killed this dog. They never reference it again.
Yeah.
That's another example of, okay, already I pictured this couple. There's going to be, even if it's another 5 minutes of the movie, oh, where's our dog? Where did our dog go?
Yeah.
Or something no.
Yeah, there's no inquiry.
They introduced these people just to show they have a dog, and this thing fucking killed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's it.
It was just great. It was like, he goes back to his cave, right? And he's gentle with the bunny and lets the bunny out of one of his traps.
Oh, yeah. Got the little cans on a string, the homemade alarm.
Yeah, it's like the fucking Walking Dead show, when they used to make the Walking Dead homemade cans.
Oh, yeah.
And it makes noises, right? But it helps out the bunny. Then he picks up a mouse in the cave, and he's petting the mouse like it's his friend.
And what was that, grapes or something he had?
He's trying to feed the mice grapes or whatever.
Again,
he's killing fucking dogs.
And that dog was pretty aggressive.
It was. I mean, you want to talk about aggressive dogs? I got one in this house.
In this house.
Yeah, so they do a good enough job establishing, this isn't like a cold-blooded killer. It's only going to kill, he's only going to kill when he feels threatened.
Yeah.
So in the case of the dog, it freaked him out. And we have no idea what he did to it, but again, you hear, they go to the outside of this shed, you hear the dog barking, and then you hear it yelp, and then fucking silence.
Yeah.
So obviously he did something to it. But again, you see him, in his downtime, he's just hanging out in nature, taking care of himself, and like you said, there was a rabbit caught in a trap, and he let it out and pet it and let it go on its way. He's feeding fucking mice in his cave, and so he's a kind person.
Right.
Just don't fuck with his space.
And along you're finding out about George, right? Not George, but David. You're also finding out about George, who played, John Kerry.
Yeah, John Kerry. John Kerry.
Not the John Kerry, but George is like the park ranger.
Wait, was John Kerry the man bear pig?
Maybe.
I don't know. All politicians are the same. I forget who's in.
Right.
I'm totally ethereal.
As we're learning about David, you're also at the same time you're learning about George. He's the park ranger, right? I'm in charge.
Are you the head ranger? Well, I'm the only
military.
ranger.
I'm the only ranger, and he's ex-military. He's there for a reason, and he knows that there's weird shit going down there, and he's trying to cover it up to David and shit.
They say he's the world's greatest tracker.
Right.
Which I don't know. This was before Daryl existed, so.
But yeah, there's different. As you're getting all the different groups that are coming in, because they didn't have running water, half of the people that were lined up to come in just left, and all the rest of the people that wanted to.
Oh yeah, I did enjoy that when So
a
you
bunch
get
of
the
softies.
Yeah, you get the whole thing where the old man again is like flipping out, like, "Oh, this place is so supposed to be ready." They didn't they even say like there's no electrical or like basically none of the utilities are ready.
Right.
Like they just have forest where you could set up camp.
Yeah.
And that was it.
You got to roughneck it. You got to go pitch a tent and stay in there, and it's.
But then in the meantime, you have what was his name, Deke.
Yeah.
To me, he was the MVP of the movie, but. So he's I guess what the handyman,
like the maintenance guy.
Yeah, like the groundskeeper or whatever. And he seems to be the most knowledged on
everything going on in the territory in the area.
Yeah, he's just the
yeah.
He's the know-it-all, man. But yeah, so he's at the gate where there's already a huge line build up for people that are coming to camp. And I love that when they finally get it like, okay, well, I don't care if this place ain't ready, we're opening it anyway. And then what was it, George that came out and made the announcement on the bullhorn saying like, all right, look, we're going to let y'all in now, but just so you know, we have no water. So we will provide biodegradable toilet paper, but there's no flushing allowed, and there, there's no this, no that, and going through all the rules, and like immediately half the crowd leaves, and I don't know why that brought me so much joy. Like they just immediately like, all right, you know what? I can't take a shit here. Fuck this.
A bunch of pussies.
Yeah, and they fucking just take off, and then which was a good way of establishing like a lot of people wanted to be part of this grand opening on Memorial Day weekend, and but obviously we don't have enough budget to kill this many people, so let's cut it in half and get to our core group by eliminating the shitters. They weren't full, they were just not available. And then while everybody's getting set up, and then you got George and David, and then George is handing him a shovel. He's just like, well, got to start digging holes for these people. Yeah. Can't just have them shitting all over the place.
Yeah.
And they dug what, like a 1 maybe 2 foot hole, and he's like, that's plenty.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's put up a little tent for you to take a dump in, and a 1 foot. Yeah. Everybody's gonna share the same hole.
I absolutely got to watch it again because it just felt so jerky.
Yeah, and no, it wasn't just you having that feeling. I got the same thing. It's just like you got these different groups. You got your biker group, right, and then you got the family with the teenager that's getting in the shit and stealing crap, and
that fucking what was his name? That kid. Oh God, I hated him from fucking go.
Yeah,
like. I hated him the second his face came up on screen, and then I just hated him more.
He was annoying, but he was like the annoying kid, and they were like, "Oh, you can't ride your 4-wheeler or motorcycles out."
Yeah, they said no motorbike.
Like, oh, we're gonna do whatever we want. We already brought our shit, and then
and you see all the entitlement came from mom, because even the dad was just like, "Yeah, it's against the law. Yeah, you shouldn't do that." And mom's like, "Don't worry, honey, it's a stupid law anyway."
Yeah, and then you got these group of like older teenagers, in their late teens, mid 20s,
with the whore, not a whore, Wendy.
Yeah, the whole. Chuck you Farley.
It's weird because she had all the characteristics of, I came camping just to take every dick I can, but on the other hand, she wasn't really taking.
Yeah, she wasn't putting out.
She was resisting the dick, except for that 30-second window, and then he was like, I'm not buying it. I ain't falling for this shit. She's like, all right, and then a bear had to get in the way.
Yeah.
They were a fun group, although those guys were almost too simp for me. Like.
So you had them, you had...
Like, please, fuck us, come on, we'll do whatever you want.
Yeah, you gotta flip a coin. But you had a general there with his wife in a soundproof RV camper, and, shit like that. Like, there was multiple groups, and then you got the hottie, what was her name? Cheryl.
The one that went from despising David to, receiving his pekka.
Yeah,
in 30 seconds.
Yeah, within like a few hours of meeting.
Oh, is that what it took? Just a little bit of rain outside?
So it's just crazy. You got these different groups, right? You've already established they're there to have some fun on Memorial Day weekend, but now you're dealing with the hermit.
Yeah.
And I know that they came across like, oh, we were trying to set up here, and they got a bunch of snakes on the table and eating their food.
15 minutes in, and that was the first time in a long time I almost, because these two came over and not like, oh yeah, we found a snake. They flat out said dozens of snakes got into our food. They run over, and yes, it was worse than fucking dinner time in wow,
the Golden Corral.
Oh, Temple of Doom. They show their picnic table and it's just covered.
Yeah.
And they go in there and start whacking
Whacking the
it
shit out.
with a shovel, and then David
Comes with
goes and grabs a fucking fire extinguisher and all that. And
is that something that's legit? Like,
I mean, David said he learned that in fucking survival class.
so is that a survival tactic?
Like,
You come across some snakes, like hit them with a.
I mean, because it's
turn on the fire extinguisher and blast
I mean,
them?
I don't know what I'm assuming back then. Fire extinguishers were probably pretty toxic then. Like, it's not something you'd want to be in a cloud of. I mean, if it kills fire, it must kill a person too. But but then for them to like, they were more concerned about, oh, there's all these snakes on a customer's fucking picnic table. But they seem way more casual about, like, oh yeah, and those are totally poisonous.
Using a fire extinguisher on a snake is an insufficient and cruel method to handle one, though it may work in specific circumstances.
Well, as far as cruel, fuck that.
Yeah.
they deserve no humanity. Yeah, that fuck, because when it was like, oh shit, we have an issue. There's dozens of them, and then boom, cut, and it's like fucking burnt spaghetti just flopping around, and yeah. I just fuck.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with this shit. Why are you pissing off people? People are leaving now. I ain't dealing with this. First, we don't have any running water. Now I'm dealing with fucking snakes.
But having that alternate title of Son of Sleepaway, like, I would have loved to see how Angela would have handled a lot of this. Because I don't know, again, if we're going with the whole idea that Angela she was playing the moral authority.
Yeah.
So except for that fucking kid, I don't know if anybody would have been worthy of her taken out. Like, even the bikers, all things considered, they were pretty chill. I mean, it was all about, yeah, we're going to have a good time and drink beer. But they weren't causing any trouble.
No, they weren't there to cause any trouble.
And that's another thing that fell off.
They were there when everybody thought it was a bear attacking the campers. They were like, oh shit.
Yeah, we need to take care of this.
Yeah.
And then, spoilers.
Volunteer.
Spoilers, some of them die, and like, they were genuinely, like, they didn't get all like, oh, we're gonna take our revenge and all that. Like, they were on the level with everyone else. Like, okay, some shit going down, we got to take care of it.
Right.
And they had their brief moment of mourning, whichever one of them died. And but I feel like 80s biker gang would have gone to such an extreme level, and they were,
you mean,
all things considered, very chill,
like the biker gang in Friday the 13th Part 3.
Although they presented the way the bikers in this movie acted.
Yeah.
Like, in Friday the 13th, they looked more chilled and playful, even though they were assholes. Where the ones in this movie look like assholes, but they were really cool.
Well, the asshole teenager.
So, don't judge a book by its cover.
Well, the asshole, teenager or whatever that went on a dirt bike, he ends up being the first one we see being taken out.
He kicked this fucker off, and
yeah. So obviously he's on his dirt bike. He's doing what he's not supposed to be doing.
He's on his trike.
He gets his he gets clotheslined because this hermit has these.
He's got his John Rambo set up in the park there. He's got all these fucking vines and shit. He's got all kinds of booby traps. And again, he had the soda can fucking alarm.
And if and to me, and I'll get to this towards the end, but to me, if you basically look like a caveman, you got, your teeth are fucked up, you look like
both of them.
You got Bon Jovi's fucking hair from the 80s. It's just like, come on, man, like you're playing like, John Rambo. Like, you're setting up all these like traps and everything. Hey, where do you fucking learn how to do all this fucking shit?
I just believe that, survival and self-defense is a human instinct.
Okay, and we're gonna fucking get.
And what was it like?
What
was it like? 20 years? They said.
Well,
he was out there, or maybe implied. Like, that's plenty of time to learn how to.
So yeah, he
make the best of what you have.
Right. So he makes his trap. And he takes out the first guy who was fucking annoying to begin with, and he's stealing people's shit, and he's stealing the knife from the bikers, and he steals the hand watch that George had.
That he got from his dad.
He got hit from his dad. The kid stole. So now,
a ye oldie time pocket watch, and it was a nice looking watch.
So he basically gets clotheslined, and this fucking hermit like kills him automatically. Like, he flips him over, and he's fucking dead.
Well, the kid whips out the knife, and
he tries to attack
he slashes his
face, but he
face.
basically just flips him over onto the ground, and he's dead.
Yeah.
And he takes the pocket watch. He sees the pocket watch, and the hermit takes it.
Yeah.
The hermit's got collectibles and shit going on in his fucking cave. So he's got a baseball card I think I had from my fucking baseball collection.
Oh, the fucking White Sox.
The White Sox, the team photo card from
Yeah.
like 1981 or something. But you know, it's just he's got all this stuff, and now he takes out the kid. Now, you know, the parents are like, "Oh, have you seen the kid? Have you know where he's at? Are you going to search for him?" In the meantime, they're
they didn't really freak out. It was just like, "Oh, wonder where he got to."
Who was the kid in New Beginning on the bike?
Oh, Junior?
Junior.
Yeah.
Where's Junior?
For some reason, there was almost something. Junior sucked. Like, I hate Junior, but for some reason, there was something lovable about him.
Yeah.
This kid, nothing redeemable. Like, this kid, I hated him so much that normally I would reference, like, oh, yeah, this person's a little chunky, or this one's could lose a few pounds, and, you know, things like that. That's okay. I'm a fatty. I'm allowed to say that. No, right out of the gate, like I said, just how much I hated. It was like Carrie Elwes, if he put on like 200 pounds and was like more smug. And not like, as soon as he showed up, I'm like, look at this fat fuck.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't even deserve any nice. And I would like to learn more about the kid, because I'm wondering if this is another case of like, he's like the coolest guy ever, but that character, fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him.
A fat fuck piece of shit.
It was like, all right, you're done. You're gone. You're off the checklist of the fucking asshole being gone. But
and the hermit even like went he made sure to finish the job too.
Oh yeah, he went back. He went back for the double tap.
Yeah, he had that second wave of like, fuck this kid, which I applaud that. Yeah. And went in and what was it? He fucking smashed his head, or did he stab him?
I think he smashed him.
It's a fuck. I just watched it like 2 hours ago, and it's already a blur.
Yeah. I think he smashed him.
Yeah, but either way, yeah, he made sure to finish the job.
Yeah, and because the hermit was really irritated with the sound of the fucking dirt bike. You know, he doesn't like loud noises.
Oh yeah, he was
territory. Now you pissed off the fucking hermit.
I had flashbacks because so the 3-wheeler fucking flips, but it's still running, and he goes over with the stick and starts beating it up. But I guess the throttle was like stuck or something, so it's on its side. So the wheels are turning, and it's still like kind of like spinning around and shit. And I just had a flashback to like Yoda on Dagobah with fucking R2. He's like, no, mine. He's just whacking this thing. But then we later find out he does know enough about mechanical things,
which is bullshit.
That he did.
I call bullshit.
I just took it more as like a tantrum of just, hey, I'm sure if I just start pulling at things, it'll probably.
Okay, yeah. Let me fucking open up the hood and start ripping shit out.
And it's just a coincidence that he knew to go and rip out the fucking
call
CV.
fucking bullshit.
Please let me have my moment.
No, go ahead. Bullshit. I thought we were gonna wait to get into that and talk about that, but yeah, I call fucking bullshit on that.
It was so fucking primitive.
Right.
With the this machine's running around, and if I just whack it with a stick.
I like the reference, the Star Wars reference with that.
That's immediately what I thought. It was like, no, mine.
Yeah, listen. As you get in, and they're trying to party it up, and the storms come in, and they're going through, and they're hanging out. You got, what's his name, Deke, telling us ghost stories about what's going on.
Yeah, and I love that how opening night he gives David this stack of flyers. He's just like, oh yeah, here, hang these up everywhere. Yep, 7:30 kegger.
Yeah, they're all coming.
Because as much as George seemed to be like all business, and it's like, we need to respect this and all that. No, opening night, we're throwing a party, and here's a keg.
Yeah, and he seemed to be a fun time. Like, I think he met up with one of the generals in the RV camper, right? And he goes, he's having a few drinks, and we're gonna watch the Army-Navy game
from '56 or whatever it was.
1956. Like, all right, so that's like 30 plus years ago.
And he's just like, you got any more of this? All that you want.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stick around.
The general's wife her name was Peppermints.
Yeah, forgot about that.
It just sounds like a stripper name. You know what it reminded me of?
That's probably where he found it.
It's like this dopey blonde.
He was overseas, and she was working the pole. And
It just reminded me, Cheese Whiz makes my eyeballs itch. It's the dopey blonde. But
I did make that connect, but yeah.
Yeah, so listen,
Wait, was that the same actress?
No, it was not. It definitely wasn't. But listen, they're having fun. They want to have a good time.
Because they weren't in New Jersey.
Yeah. Are we going to cover Munchies soon?
I forget the cast in that, but there's going to be a cheese episode involving
I think we need to do.
We're going to find. Please tell me Tom Atkins is in it, because then we can just not go back on our.
I think Tom Atkins had a cameo.
Didn't he voice the Munchies?
We're gonna make him. Hey Tom, can you go back and do this movie real quick?
Just say we go into New Jersey.
We go into New
No,
Jersey.
I'm sorry. No, it's Tom Atkins. I want to see naked titties. Fuck, I miss that movie.
Yeah, but listen, when they're having fun. It's just funny how you got this interaction between Zeke and Dave, and they're talking. You got George. It's pouring rain out, and he's trying to.
And yeah, they got like the canopy set up.
Yeah, and he's out in the rain, and what is he doing? Yeah, he's tracking tracks. He's looking for some clues and things like that. And then
that's where you get the exposition dump from Deke.
Yeah, you get the exposition dump like, oh well, he lost his son was ransomed 20 years ago or whatever, and it's like, oh geez, I wonder who his fucking son is. It's just like, thank you for putting this out there 25-30 minutes into the movie. It's like, he's looking for his son, and him and his wife, they broke up, they had a son, and then his kid got ransomed, and then the fucking cops and everybody in the feds, they all fucked it up, and then he got his son got taken away, and he was never found. He was taken in this part of the the valley, and he continues to walk and continues to look for his son, and I'm like, okay, so this is his fucking son, the hermit. If you don't watch this and know by that point, it's just you're a fucking
and that was the one I missed because even that story felt weird to me. It was like, oh, he got divorced and he lost his kid, and then but they throw in the ransom element, and it was just like my brain started like it's, again, I'm just fried in general, but something about that story, I just started like missing details. But yeah, it was.
You didn't miss any details.
But it was very obvious that was their way of saying, oh yeah, this thing that's going to end up killing everybody, like, yeah, it's his lost kid.
Yeah. All right, so now I know the motive of what's going on, and what's George's purpose,
his motivation.
Yeah, and what's the hermit? What's he so upset about? So I'm thinking to myself like, so it's not like Walk Like a Man, where you got this
Amy Steele.
Amy Steele's Walk Like a Man, right? The guy's out in the wild from birth and shit. This is a boy. It wasn't a baby. They didn't mention a baby, and it said, oh well, he's got to be in his 20s by now or something. And it's like, oh shit, that's why you kind of figure it out. But
so he's probably like toddler, or maybe slightly old. He was definitely single digits when he went MIA.
But then I see his actions and fucking his John Rambo tactics.
And I think it was one of his first scenes where he's like hanging up on the tree. And that's when I first realized, like, oh yeah, my man's a fucking gymnast. Because that little backflip, whatever he did off the tree, it's like, all right, this guy's got. I wish we would have gotten more.
That's what got
aerobics out of him.
That's what got him the job of Leonardo for Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that's why I said when I saw Breakin' 2, both Mortal Kombat movies, 3 Ninja Turtle movies, I was like, that makes perfect fucking sense.
Yeah, so I guess what happened is that the director saw him in Electric Boogaloo. And then he was like, I need to have that kid.
You mean Breakin' 2 that features the room that was used in Dancing on the Ceiling and Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yes. The same one. But there's so many different elements. It's like, all right, so now you're getting this, and then they find out, like, all right, you got the kid, they find out that the kid's dead, and now there's, the parents don't even make a fucking huge scene about their kid being
oh my dead. God, our son! All right, well, we might as well leave.
We might as well leave, get in an ambulance. And
that's what I mean, like,
it's just like...
The bikers show the most emotion to death out of everybody.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
The one kid, what was it, Tom or...
Where his buddy, he came back and he was like all distraught. The teenagers, right?
And who does he go to? He goes to the fucking biker for fucking condolences.
Like he comes back and he's just like, what happened, man? And he's just like, oh my God, my buddy's dead. And he's like showing remorse,
Yeah, I mean, granted, it was like 30 seconds, but...
And then you got the one of the bikers like, oh man, snaps a stick, like... It's like, he's like, oh man, and he just snaps a fucking stick.
I forgot about that too.
Yeah, it's just... The shit that goes on in this party, not the party, but in this movie, with what's going down after their little, kegger, and finding that, oh well, the bear did this, when they see the kid show up.
Oh yeah, because
the dead kid shows up. They show him like he's all mauled, and there's a bear in the area that they see.
Yeah, so
they automatically think it's a bear.
So 10 minutes into the party, and it gets fucking rained out, so they're all hanging out under the canopy, and eventually and that was the other thing too. It just felt like one person left the party, and then blink, they're all gone, just so Deke can have his moment with David, giving him the backstory. But they show, yeah, it was Wendy, Tom, and Will, or I forget what the other kid's name was, but yeah, the little threesome there. They go back to their thing, and yeah, she basically locks herself in there. She's like, you fucking creeps aren't coming in here. Yeah, I know we're all friends and we came here together, but you creeps ain't coming into my fucking camper.
Yeah.
And so they kept going back to that. The two of them, come on, we're drowning out here. Let us in. And eventually she let. I'm wondering what she did in there. Because again, she was like, yeah, you guys ain't getting none of this. Like the whole movie up to this point. And then she finally lets them in. And she was like, all right, how about I take the both of you on? And at that point, they're like, we ain't falling for that shit. Yeah. But they go in there and yeah, she's kind of like, oh, no, I'll totally like fuck the both of you. And then it's like, oh, what's that outside? I hear something. So right away, you know, it's the fucking hermit coming in. And nope, fucking bear pops its head in. They flip out and the bear eventually leaves.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then they find this fucking douchebag kid. And so right away, hey, we spotted a bear. This kid's dead and he looks mauled, so
we're gonna connect the two.
Everybody get your rifles. We're gonna go bear hunting.
So let's go bear hunting. Let's go find out where this fucking bear is. And at this point, it's like, you know, Home Alone. The kid's has all his traps fucking set up and everything.
Yeah, it's like the whole second act of the movie. Them all walking around the woods with their fucking guns. Sometimes they split up. It's like they split up. A dead body's found, and then they're all back together. Okay, let's split up again, and then somebody else dies.
The kills in this movie were terrible. It's like, oh, well, they either were not shown, or, hey, this one's got an axe through him, or, hey, there was a pit with a bunch of spikes, some stick spikes.
I like that one.
Yeah.
And the fact that they double dipped on that one. Oh, yeah. I really like.
Yeah, they threw them back in.
Because you never see that, especially if there's death by traps. You never see a trap get used multiple times successfully. I mean, you can go with the reverse bear trap in Saw, but it only ever worked once. They used it like 12 times, but it only got used once. This time they effectively used it twice.
Yeah, you got to remember Kristen Baker in Friday the 13th Part 2, where she was it her or somebody, the guy who was with Kristen Baker in the woods and he got hung upside down.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right, or Friday the 13th Part 2. I forget who the guy's name was. Oh yeah,
the old fucking I used to know what it was called, like back in the 80s or 90s.
Yeah, so we step in and you hang yourself upside down. I was like, oh, they must have got that from Friday the 13th, and it's just like
I remember that being a thing as a kid. I know we tried making them, but we could never quite nail the trigger part of it.
Yeah, so you had the limb hang down and they had to step on it and then it would pull them back up, but the weight of it would have to be ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Of the spring back on it.
But again, this kid had a long time to perfect these techniques and build these traps.
Oh yeah, that's so.
I'm giving him way too much credit, but fuck that.
You know, you get bikers that are getting involved, and now they're getting, you know, they find the knife that was the kid used, you know, on the hermit guy, and he cut his face, but the biker guys find it and try to use it and end up getting knifed themselves. You know, it's just there's nothing memorable for the second act going into the third act, because you know pretty much how it's going to end. It's just a matter of we all knew what was going to happen. We were just looking to see how it was going to happen. Yeah.
Honestly, it didn't exactly end the way I thought it would, but yeah, we'll get to that. And I'm starting to think now, if that fat fucking prick didn't steal the knife, like, I feel like that was you know, the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
I think most of the shit that went down in that
stole the
movie
knife and then he
wouldn't have happened if he didn't steal that knife.
Yeah. Because he literally he went on a rampage.
Yeah.
He knew this is where I call bullshit. The motherfucker knew how to invert the gas into the fucking RV to blow it up. He goes over to a fucking Jeep and he rips out part of the engine and he's stabbing the fucking tires. He goes into the office and he rips out all the radio shit that does all the communication. So they have no way to communicate getting out. But this fucking hermit, who's caveman like instincts. Oh yeah, he was fucking lucky. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, like, you know exactly what to take out. It's like, oh, I think David made a comment like, oh, like he knows our next steps on what we're going. And I'm thinking,
well, when you're that in touch with nature, you understand nature.
You know
how human beings work.
You know what I understood?
Plot armor?
I was quite upset when Deke got taken out by the fucking fire.
I kind of wanted him to end.
He got gaslit.
Everything. Yeah, and he kind of went out the harshest way.
Right.
He had the most fucking brutal, because that fucker, he
got fucking fried.
He ran around, what, like, it felt like a full minute.
Yeah,
engulfed in flames.
What was, I remember, I can't remember. There's a fucking one of the main horror movies where there was a fire victim like running around. I don't know if was it Freddy or something, and they put him out, or was it Michael Myers? I can't remember, but I think there was one of the main horror movies where I saw one of the villains just flopping around, running all over the place after catching on fire, and it just reminded me of it. And I was like, "Fuck, what was that movie?" It just reminded me him flamed, and then I was like, and then I thought to myself, like, "Oh, I guess that's not Kane Hodder doing the stunt double for him, right?"
I mean, I didn't look into the stunts, but
that was harsh.
The more I think about it, I could think of a reference in at least the big three. Because you have in the original Nightmare where, he gets torched in the basement and then he goes running upstairs. Not that they show him on fire that much. And then, yeah, obviously you have Kane in, was it part 7?
Yeah.
Where it was, at least at the time, the longest on-screen burn. But then you also had Michael at the hospital.
That's it. That was it.
But as far as someone flailing around like that for so long,
yeah,
I can picture that happening.
You know what I meant. But I just was having, I'm like, oh my God, like, there was a lot of elements they took from different movies to come up with this that they took from, the core horror legends.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you have like Sleepaway Camp, you have Encino Man. You're just missing the weasel.
Yeah, there's a part of like 30 minutes of just nonstop nonsense.
Yeah, just...
He's going around and making sure he's trying to take out everybody that's on his fucking land.
Yeah, and again, I blame that fucking prick.
Yeah.
I think he's what triggered him.
Yeah. He knew exactly, but this hermit, he was so fucking smart. He knew what to go right after. He knew what to take out. And then George,
and I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah. I mean, and then to get down to the climax end, because there's nothing crazy about this movie. But even getting down to the end where it's like, George, they realize that this kid is on the loose, killing everybody. And
yeah, they reach a point where, George spots him off in the woods. And he's just, all right, everybody go home. Yeah. I got this from here.
George wants to handle this one-on-one with his son. He knows that this is his son going around terrorizing people.
I found it kind of funny that, all right, so he sees him. First he hears him, then he sees him. What was it, Stevie or Steven? What was the kid's name? But yeah, he called him and he's just like, hey.
Oh, yeah, it was like Steven. It was his.
And he's like, excuse me. I know you're freaking out, but by chance, are you Steven?
Yeah, he confronts him. He confronts him.
And he's kind of looking confused a little bit. And then I guess somehow that triggered something in his brain that it was just like, oh, I have this pocket watch. Is this important in any way? And, oh my God, it is you, because you stole my most prized possession.
Once again, he would have said that if he was old enough to understand his name and understand how things work.
Yeah, so...
are you Steven Lynch?
And he looked a little confused. I mean, he was, just a little bit special.
Yeah. Just a little bit special.
Special Steven. Mama dropped him on wherever the ransom kidnappers said to drop him off.
Yeah. It's just the interaction is just like, wait a minute, don't move, but are you Steven?
Yeah. And
then he's like dumbfounded, the hermit. Like fucking Tarzan boy and shit.
Yeah, you saw the wheels turning, but not enough for full recnicognition. And again, for whatever.
He's nonverbal the whole movie. He doesn't talk.
Yeah, just lots of grunts and some screaming in the back.
It's fucking Tim Taylor.
Yeah,
Tim the Tool Man Taylor.
Hey, I mean, he was good with tools.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the alternate universe.
Yeah,
maybe that was the birth of Tim Taylor. And then he decided, after having a nice interaction with another human being, he decided to get his shit together and then started buying tools. It was like, well, if I could do this shit from a cave with a box of scraps, maybe if I bought modern day tools, I could really make something myself. And then
Yeah.
he goes on, he gets a haircut, a bath, and ends up having his own TV show.
Yeah.
With Pamela Anderson.
I saw this woodwork being built on the Bob Vila show, and I was like, oh my God.
Been a long time since we had a multiverse reference. A long time.
A long time ago. But yeah, the fucker shows him the watch. His watch that his father, George's father, gave him. That. And then George takes a step, goes into one of his traps, and here comes the log with all the spikes.
Which is an actual trap that fucking Rambo made.
Yeah.
In First Blood.
Right.
The old...
Yeah. The spikes on the log take out poor dad.
And even he knew the second he triggered it.
Yeah.
And I felt bad for him.
Yeah. It was like that one moment. It's like they had that 1 second together.
Yeah. And then he probably grieved longer, because I think he grieved the full 45 seconds as opposed to everyone else in the movie who grieved for maybe 30.
And then they come to clean up the campsite, and David and his hottie Cheryl live, and that's it. It's pretty much
Yeah. Again, now I'm assuming, like, by the time the credits were done, those two were married.
Yeah.
The way that relationship progressed.
They already had a 4-year-old,
Yeah. And that's now he's roaming feral in the fucking valley now.
Yeah. that fucking hermit kid in this movie, though, dude, he know how to drive a fucking bulldozer. He know how to take out all the community. Like,
they never showed him.
Yeah, he was fucking driving the bulldozer, taking out half of the cast.
You don't know. Maybe there was a supernatural element, and they were intending on making a sequel. And it was this demon that was possessing the kid, but occasionally it would leave his body and run off with construction vehicles.
He fornicated with one of the dead corpses and had a kid.
I mean, we didn't, that skeleton he had in the cave, we don't know where that came from, or
I know where it came from.
It
came from Mom and Pa's house. Did you not know that?
Oh, so he has a dolly collection.
Yes, he has a dolly collection.
All right, maybe that was Dolly Lynn.
They had to film this movie in like 2-3 days. I feel like not even.
Definitely under a week.
I think it was like 2 or 3 days.
Like I said, I had no idea that you were previously familiar with this, but as soon as you mentioned, I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck that is. And then you mentioned, oh wait, it's Memorial Valley. And then I did, quick look at the synopsis, and it was saying, oh no, it's a campground that opens on Memorial Day. All right, there's our connection. Boom.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But the title card that comes up when you start the movie
says Memorial Day.
Says Memorial Day.
I don't think I mean, obviously you see the sign for the campground. They're always referencing Memorial Valley, but that never got a title card or anything in there. So maybe that was the working title and they forgot to change it.
It could have been a working title, but I saw, like I said, you have Memorial Day, Memorial Valley Massacre, and then
Son of
Sleepaway Camp, which it's no relevance to Sleepaway Camp, the series whatsoever. And it was also called Memorial Day Massacre. So it's like a mixture of both. It's like John Cougar, John Mellencamp, John Cougar Mellencamp, John or Mellencamp. It was the alterations of the different titles.
My head hurts.
This was David's only movie. This is one and done for him.
And
he's the main character in the movie.
Go out on top.
Right,
right. Cool.
Right. I mean, John Kerry had a pretty big career, like I guess a lot of different shows that he was involved with, but it was a lot of it voiceover work and stuff like that. But
yeah, and apparently Wendy, this was maybe had one other acting role. This was either her only acting role or she had two. Other than that, apparently she was more of a crew member. I think she might have been in the art department and a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
It's weird, like all the connections aside of the obvious, at one point the title and the location, but yeah, this feels way more thrown together than Sleepaway Camp 3.
In fact, I will say that Sleepaway Camp 3 makes more sense
because it was an actual continuation of a storyline, and yeah, that's the main reason why I want to rewatch this, because again, it just felt jerky, disjointed, not like the cinematography, but
there was
the way it was pieced together. Something felt really fucking off.
There was one point where the girl that's in her early 20s that was with the two dudes.
Yeah.
And she's like in the tent, and where the bear had clawed, sees that somebody's like playing with the claw marks in the tent, and she fires the shotgun.
Yes, later on.
She fires the shotgun and takes out one of the guys. They're one of her boyfriends or whatever.
That died like 5 minutes ago.
That died, right?
Like, I'm trying to remember. How did
he?
Because I know when they revealed it was him, I'm like, wait, wasn't he like dead, or did he get attacked?
No, he wasn't.
And live?
He lived. He was fine. He was the one. He saw his buddy, so he had the shotgun in his hand, and he went back to the bikers, right? Well, his buddy got taken out. I forget. I think he's the one that got thrown. The extra one, I think, might have got thrown into the pit or something, but he was killed or something. I don't remember.
The one got speared.
Yeah.
With
that's
stick,
it. So he got
and
speared.
And then he fell into the spear pit.
And then I think, the Hermit boy threw him into the spear pit.
Well, yeah, he like stabbed him and then
throw him.
kind of.
Yeah. So when she's protecting her tent, she has no idea it's coming. She fires a shotgun. She takes out the other boyfriend, right?
Yeah. Which is fine because she really wasn't going to bang him anyway.
They cut to one scene and then come back literally within a minute, and she's on the ground dead.
Yeah.
So what the fuck happened to her?
Oh wait, no. They did show that because of course they were trying to make it seem like it was the Hermit that was coming through, and then she shot. Oh my God, it was mother.
Yes.
But as soon as she shot him, the camera cut to showing her again, and the Hermit was right behind her.
Oh, all right.
So somehow
I blinked.
He snuck into that little door, the one entrance in that tiny
I gotcha.
cabin they were in. It didn't make sense how the fuck he got in there, because as far as I know, it was just that one opening that she was focused on, but he managed to get in, squeeze around her.
Yeah, so I took it as
because he was killing other people.
Oh, he took out everybody within like 15 minutes.
But I'm saying, like,
he was like fucking Kevin McAllister.
Like, so when they first took off and they were like, here, you can hold our gun for protection, and she hung outside for a little bit and then went inside. He was killing other people before it got to that scene. So somehow he snuck in there without her knowing, and the place was barely big enough. Like, it was just the fact that there were 3 bodies in there was intimate enough. And he managed to get in there without her fucking knowledge.
Just the fact that I looked down at my phone for more than 10 seconds and I looked back up at the screen.
Oh, it was such a quick thing. Like, shot her, they cut back just for her reaction, and then he just kind of appears like the fucking Darth Maul in Insidious.
All right, well, that makes sense a little bit now.
He was there, but I
was like, what the fuck? Did she just all of a sudden she's dead? Did she get like upset?
I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it till you brought it up. But yeah, it was a very quick reveal and then moved on.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I mean. There was just some kind of flow.
It was a different.
missing.
Yeah, it's definitely flow, and it looks like. Yes, I think they did some reshoots, and you could definitely tell there were some reshots done.
Yeah, because like I said, some of the shots seemed a lot cleaner.
Yeah, I think it might have been the lighting. Like, they went back another day, but then they reshot it at a different time, so the light comes in different with the camera.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it was. I mean, it's weird.
I'm not going to nitpick them, that, especially when I had to sit through a fucking movie with no fucking doors and no windows and.
Yeah, I mean, after that, everything's downhill.
Yeah. In this house.
I'll end up banging into a bunch of things before I reach that now.
Yeah.
It was like bad and awkward in a way that I need to watch it again.
Yeah. And how are you going to watch it at 1.5 speed?
I mean, when I originally watched it, because I was a little pressed for time, so I did do it at 1.25. But no, I think if I rewatch it, it's going to have to be at just regular speed. Just to make sure, because who knows, that might have had something to do with it. But like I said, it wasn't like the camera movements or anything. Like, the cinematography wasn't jerky. It was like the editing was like,
yeah,
I don't know, just it something about it felt really off. But I was like obsessed with it. Like, I just needed to see it to its completion. Like, yeah. I can't explain it.
Well, how would you rate it?
I think I'm going to give it a 3.
I gotta give it a 2.5. It could be a 2.5, 3.
I feel like I'm being super generous with the 3 also. It's
yeah, that was the first number I thought of. I was
this movie might haunt my dreams.
Yeah. I'm gonna give the whole Joe Trout
1.26.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 2.69. But listen, it's Memorial Day. It's that time of the year. that's when you're going down. You know, the weather's beautiful and you're hanging out with your family, and you know, let's get some horror involved. Well, thank God this lined up with everything that I remembered. I don't have a great memory when it comes to certain movies, but I did remember certain aspects, and I was like, yeah, I did think this was around Memorial Day. So thank God, because it was actually called, and the title card was Memorial Day, and then Memorial Day Massacre, and then Memorial Valley Massacre, and
Son of Sleepaway
Camp. Which one of these does not make sense?
One of these things that
is not like the other. I feel like this was like some kid's like college experiment movie.
You know, it would be cool if a caveman just killed a bunch of people at the playground. But he loves rabbits and mice.
And he's got the instincts of John fucking Rambo. Like, we're talking about Rambo.
But he's also a motorhead. He knows the ins and outs of a Jeep.
Yeah.
But he can drive a tractor too.
No. I remember watching this literally up until my man David scored with the hottie.
That's the other thing. Just like the dog getting killed in the beginning, they never addressed David's blue balls.
Yeah.
Because he didn't finish.
Blue balls. Blue balls. It's dollar night at the titty club. Dear penis, I don't think I like you anymore.
So yeah, that was a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going back and watching that motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I ain't jumping on it anytime soon, but it was an experience.
Yeah. Well, it was worth it.
And we got topical. But see, we had fun with this.
Yeah.
We could have just motherfucked this the whole time, not just that fucking piece of shit kid.
It's definitely B horror movie.
I don't even know if it fits that.
It fits B horror.
C minus?
No.
C minus?
No. It's B horror. So.
I mean, you said it got a 4K. Like, I don't.
I swear I read it. I swear
I might have
something.
to go on the internet and ask.
Don't.
who knows this movie? Who's seen this movie? Well, I guess first, I should confirm whether or not it has 4K, and then if it does, I just want to find out who the fucking audience.
I didn't look at any of the. There's a bunch of reviews I saw on YouTube.
So, for all you people out there listening to this, tell us what you thought of Memorial Valley Massacre, which I guess is the official IMDb title for this. And, things and stuff and words.
Yeah. Definitely not Son of Sleepaway Camp twice.
I think work emails were definitely probably more
I had some priorities.
More entertaining than this.
Yeah. I call bullshit on half of that shit, too. But
bullshit?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
All right, well, Dave, thank you for allowing me to come on the show 2 weeks in a row. I can't believe it. I made it 2 straight weeks.
Yeah, I'm kind of spoiled now.
All right. I'm not tickling your balls. I'll tell you.
Good times. Not so good movie, but good times.
Yeah. No, I had fun with it. It was worth it. It was worth a watch.
And I appreciate you hitting me up again. And once again, allowing me.
In this house.
2 weeks in a row.
I get to play with my buttons again.
In this house.
I think we milked this ending long enough, so.
It was nice. Thanks, man.
Everyone out there, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to do all the things. And, share and support the fuck out of us, because why not? Anyhow, peace out. Toodles.
Peace.
Broadcast completed.
You've been listening to What an Excellent Day for a Podcast. Be sure to come on down to excellentdayforapodcast.com, where you'll find our entire catalog. And for your convenience, every episode contains a link where you can text the nerds. Want to throw some praise? Some critique? Perhaps you have a suggestion for a topic you'd like to see us tackle. But while you think about that, you can also check out the connections to all of our socials, including our YouTube channel. Give all them a visit. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with everybody you know. And for those feeling a little extra generous, there's also a button where you can support the show in other ways. Every bit of support helps. Well, that's it for this episode. And remember, stay creepy and keep talking some damn horror.